Hello and welcome everyone. I hope you guys are doing well and having a wonderful day. In this video, I'll be taking you back behind the scene on how the shot was made. And also, I'll be giving you quick tutorials on how part of the shots were done and accomplished. And I'll be showing you little tips and tricks on how to apply to your own projects. But before we continue, please take a little time out of your precious time and just give this video a thumbs up. It will go a very long way in helping this channel. And also don't forget to subscribe if you wish to see more contents like this. This project took about 3 weeks of work, from modeling the character to rigging it and also animating it. For the set dressing, I use kitbashing technique. If you're not familiar with this technique, it's basically getting little asset which you've modeled on texture and bringing them together to create a bigger asset. So that is the technique which I used to model the hero shot. The tool that made this possible was using the Megascan asset library. So I use this to populate the scene. So this is not a sponsorship for the Megascan library, but it was very helpful to use this program because it really sped up the whole process, especially when I used the Blender Bridge add-on. So this made it easy for me to import assets that already is textured and the material is all set up and ready to go just in one click. So this really sped up the entire process. My goal with this project was not to replicate the shot one-on-one. My goal was to just get the feeling from the shot and just use the pre-existing shot as a reference and basically just have fun with this project, and by the end of it share my result with you guys. So next, let's talk about how the character was created. But please hit the like button so far if you've been enjoying the video. When I have to model a humanoid character with standard anatomy in a production like this, or my own personal project or work for client, I tend to just start from a base model. So you can get base model from your old project. You can get it from software like Make Human, which is what I use for this particular project, and then I sculpt on that mesh to add the details, and then I add all the necessary assets like clothing, shoes and props. So those things I cannot find or cannot be just automated from other projects. I just do it by hand. So once I'm done, I texture it and render it, and that's done for the assets. But for this particular project, it was a fun project because getting the reference was quite easy thanks to David Revoy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that well. So he was the main concept artist for the Sintel animated project. So I was just able to go to his website and get those necessary reference which I needed for this particular project. Also, if you would like to get this character by the end of this video, the link will be in the description, so you can just go and play with it yourself. It's free to use, so you can use this for your own personal project or your commercial projects. One of the most helpful workflow is linking asset, and I will show you how to use that, especially with the new override system that Blender has started implementing and also building on top of it. And I'll be showing the advantage of using this and how helpful it is in the production. To understand linking, let's use this asset as let's use a shot as an example. This is the main shot where she's running, and we can see it. It's a bit slow now as I have a lot of things going on, but basically what linking allows you to do is to reference asset from the main Blender file or the main source file into other scenes. And this is very helpful because it helps you save time, especially maybe if you want to make one change and you need that change to propagate to several scenes. Using linking really speeds it up, and it also helps keep the scene clean. For example, this is just a bird flying. This is not animated here, it's been animated in another shot in another Blender file, and I just linked it and used empty to kind of control the motion. So it really kind of sped up workflow. It's a very nice way to kind of add more, to populate your scene even faster, and it also helps with performance because the main blend file is not here, it's just referencing another blend file. So basically most of this asset here have been linked from another file. So if I want to make a big change, I don't have to make the change here. I just need to go to the main blend file, which I will open. So I have that saved in set, and you can just drag it here into the scene and we can open it. So this is the main blend file where everything was created. As you can see, just turn off the ambient occlusion. This is how it's looking, and then I can make any edit. I can change the material, I can add more asset, I can change position of stuff. And the great thing is that if I change anything here, all my shots, it will be changed there. So that's really helpful in productions like this. But also it offers you more possibilities, because like if you want to make unique changes in shot, you can still do it with the whole linking process. So if I want to model this, you can see it says unable to execute edit mode because this is a linked asset. So if I want to play with it, create unique changes here in the scene, I can go to object and do relation make local selected object. Let's get in that where I have that saved in my quick menus. So I'll be making this a proxy. Okay, so the right one is go to relationship, make local, make selected object to data. So once you do that, you can now modify this particular scene, and it's not going to mess up with the original scene. But the great thing also is that it's still linked in some specific part. So it's not just unlinking everything, it's just unlinking what you request for. So right now I just want to edit this, that's what I requested for, but the materials are still linked to the other scene. So if I change the material in the other scene, it's also going to propagate here. So let me quickly show you how you can import link files and use them. So first of all, before we do that, let's get an original file. So I'm going to load in the main character file for Sintel. So I'll open the main character file. Okay, so this is the main character file. In this file I can edit, I can make changes, I can groom the hair, I can add new clothing, I can add more assets. So this is the main character file. We want to link this to another project. So the way you do that is let's create a new scene. So you want to go to file, link, and you go where you have that saved. This is where I have that saved, Sintel asset, and you want to go to collections. So that means you have to group all your objects into a collection so that you can easily identify them. I mean, you could go into objects to identify those files, but it's going to be more messy. So a more organized way to do that is using collections. So I can just click on the Sintel collection and bring it in, and this is how it's gonna look. I cannot really make any edit or even go into pose mode. So what you want to do, having this selected, is to go to object and go to relations and make library override. So once you do that, it now allows you to go into pose mode and make changes. But at this state, if you go to the original file and change things, everything is going to propagate to the scene. So it's really helpful to work like this. And with the new library override, part of the new features is allowing you to make changes like disabling part of it, but you can really edit the children particles. For you to do that, you have to go to object like we did earlier, relations, make local, selected, and data. So it allows you to access the data, but also the data, the changes you make in the main scene will also propagate here. So this is basically a quick brief intro to the linking. It's a pretty awesome workflow, and you should definitely use it for your bigger project. For the lighting and rendering, I rendered it using Cycles, in particularly Cycles S. So I'm pretty sure if you're a Blender user, you must have been hearing of the rave of the new Cycles that is coming up, probably in Blender 3.1. So this really helped the rendering speed. So I was getting about 3 minutes per shot. I rendered it out in 1080 HD with 300 samples, and also using the denoiser, optic denoiser in particular, to kind of get it out. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope this was like helpful to you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. So if you enjoy this new type of content style which I'm trying out, please let me know in the comment. If you wish to see a particular project recreated, also let me know in the comment and I will do just that. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you wish to see more content from me. So thank you so much for watching. Bye bye for now and see you next time.